Hola. Let's see. Let's see. Mm, I'm trying to find out. I got some information sent to me, but all right. Let me see. Let me log in. Let me log in here, cause I ain't never been no food. I'm foolproof, baby, and that's exactly why I don't give a fuck about what nobody say or their opinion. No, so I don't need nobody to validate what I think, validate what I know. You feel me? And people think that because somebody said this or somebody did this or somebody said they did this, it's validated. Nope. Because for one, the suspicion is already there. So if there's no proof to prove your suspicion wrong, anybody could tell you anything. I don't give a fuck what come out of people's mouth. And and that's what people gotta learn. And just in the same way, people get themselves jammed up because they don't care about what come out of other people's mouth. But it's them making reckless decisions. As simple as that. As simple as that. So if you posted somebody that look like a child, and everybody's saying I look like a child, I look like a child, and you saying you verifying and shit, and to come out that person is a child, then what? Because from the jump, we said that person like a child, right? I mean, it's like, I know the streets like are full of like, low IQ motherfuckers, but and just simple minded people who, they easily fooled, they easily scanned, they easily lied to, right? But come on now, like be for real, like people see all three of them at that table, and I didn't even get to see the video. I just saw the thumbnail. I didn't get to watch it because I didn't even watch the video because again, it involved children. I didn't have no interest in viewing children. Just like when the ATL thing happened, I had no interest in watching the ATL because they are obviously kids, bro. These people are obviously kids, and I don't have no interest in no fucking kids. I don't hang out with kids. I don't deal with kids. And so even if you tell me you're 21 and I feel like you look is a borderline, I don't. That's what I always say. Under 25, I don't have nothing to talk to you about. 25, 26, if even, and it depends on your maturity. So I don't want nobody coming to me and say, "Oh, I'm 21 and I want to do this and do that," and people just rush into things because I could count every point in my life when I detected somebody was lying about their age. It was all because you just pay attention to them. You pay attention to their mannerisms, how they talk, how they view things in life. So it's just like, what the fuck is going on? It's facts. And is he supposed to get a copy of ID for spicy? I mean, yeah. Yeah, you are. Because it's supposed to go with your paperwork. That's one of the first things you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have your contract and a picture of an ID of everybody you film. You're supposed to have an ID. Yeah. So it's nasty work. And it's fucked up because I personally don't understand hanging out with little ass kids. I'm 40. What am I doing hanging out with a whole bunch of 20 anything? I don't care if it's 28. Why am I 29? Why the fuck would I be hanging out with anybody in their 20s and kiki and ha ha with them. You understand? Like kiki and ha ha, and then what makes it even worse, they in a fucked up situation. So they're not even looking at things from a mature perspective because they living wild and free. And I don't care what nobody say. Even the boy J3, y'all. When I seen J3 on there, he said he was from Las Vegas. I went on Las Vegas um a few missing children and runaway teen sites myself to see if I saw his pic with that little J3 dude. Cause I'm sorry, first of all, you wouldn't have been in my car for two, for one, for two. There's no way you could tell me you're 21 and I believe that. So just like the same, like, and I'm so mad and watch the video, but then I'm not mad because, like I said, I don't watch the shit when it's obviously minors. So if it's not if the caption doesn't tell me it's all about a story as a minor, I don't want to hear it because I don't want to hear nothing about spicy content, about dating, about who's smashing who. That's not the type of stuff I want to hear from minors. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to envision it. It's just not me. So when I saw those kids, those are kids. Those are kids. Obviously. The boy got a little mustache and all that. Now that's it. He feeling himself because he pushes age way up. Remember, Josiah did the same thing. Josiah did the same thing. And even back then I couldn't believe that anybody believed that. Josiah, I think, how old Josiah say when he first came out? 29? And I'm like, that little nigga ain't 29. If he 29, he need a guardian. He need to be in some institution. He need to be in an adult group home or something if that nigga 29. And this is what I mean. Like, people always talk about they know the streets and shit, right? If you know the streets, people on the streets know ages. We recognize ages and shit. We know when somebody young and somebody is legal age. Nigga, like, it's just some people who don't care and some people who do. It's just some people, and it's as simple as that. So when people don't care about ages and they just do what they want to do, it's not important to them. It's not important to them. It's easy to say, oh, well, they told me they was 19. Or somebody told me this. I don't give a fuck what somebody told. I don't give a fuck what nobody told you. What your instinct in your mind told you. That's why I don't listen to people. Nobody, you can't fool me, bro. I go by what I know and what I see my own heart. Unless you have some proof to prove me wrong, I do not listen to motherfuckers' words. Especially especially when you're comfortable in certain type of dynamics that where integrity and morality is almost on the opposite side of the spectrum of minds. So it is what it is. And I know what it was to lie about my age when I was younger too. The thing is I got a baby face. I still got a baby face. Nobody believe I'm 40. Every time I tell somebody I'm 40, they mouth drop. So that's how I know sometimes you just can't go by face. Some people, like MGO just said, you would get age if depending on your lifestyle. Or some people just naturally look younger. That's why it's more than a look. It's what you listen to people, you watch their behaviors, even their gait. Because I had an experience when I was like 18, and I'm linking up with dude, and he telling me he 18, but I'm around the nigga, and ever since I'm hanging around the nigga, I'm like, I'm studying him because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this nigga's not 18. And I kept looking at him, the way he walked, his gait was childish. And he tried to act like I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. I'm like, you sure you 18? You walk like a little kid. Oh, how a little kid walk? Nigga like you. Nigga, you don't walk like a grown man with your back straight and your feet and the feet hitting the floor properly. Nigga, like, what are you talking about? You look like a kid. And he had to admit to me, yeah, he was 16. So it ain't just about face and looking young and all that. But that was obviously young. Because look, she's 17. So she is a little older than what I presume, but I know she wasn't 18. I knew that was no grown adult. I'm sorry, even though she's 17, she's very much still she looked at like 15, 16 to me. I told myself 15, 16. And the boy, he no older than 19. If he is legal, he's no more than 19. And that other baby with the little dark skin, little chocolate chubby cheek one, that's a baby. Those are babies. And then it's like, I don't know. So from what I'm hearing, people was telling they're young, and they say he was defending it, and that so basically he went to Airbnb and filmed them the same day. Is that what I'm hearing? That same day they got he got them an Airbnb and filmed them doing, I call it sour content. That's what he did. Yeah, anybody ask this? That was a little ass girl. You don't look sexy, but no, you don't. From what I see, you don't look sexy to me, girl. I believe so. Yeah. See, and that goes back to me, right? Because the nigga over there crying about what I addressed about his messages. Because people like to backpedal. Ain't nobody gonna shut me up. I say what the fuck I want to say, so they gonna have to stay mad. Cause he big mad over nothing. Nigga, you put it out here and I spoke on it. But just like when I addressed him on that, I didn't say I didn't say he was wrong for reaching out to a little girl, but people, y'all too grown to get y'all be out. And it's not just him; it's just people. Period. And there's a lot of dummies around here. That's why dummies get scammed. That's why dummies get played. Cause y'all niggas want to move too fast and don't study people that you bring into your life. I don't care if I'm getting to know somebody, I'm not rushing shit. Cause I want to figure the fuck out. That's how I was raised. And that's why I keep telling you, I was raised by real organized men. Whether they were street niggas or what, they wasn't bottom of the barrel like dusty niggas from the block. Those not the type of niggas I fuck with. Those type of niggas that go to jail and stay in the hood their whole life. I like smart niggas. I like niggas that they can be seen. I mean they can't be seen or heard. Simple as that. But people know their name. You know what I'm saying? So when you stay back and you see everything and not heard, you don't get caught up in shit. It's people who just be rushing this shit. They meet somebody new in their life or whatever. I don't know. People just rush it, period. When it comes to strangers, bro. The message to Maya, what subscriber was that? Oh yeah, it's that he got some crip name anything. I guess he over there and in Disney World now, in Fantasy World. So he big mad. He big mad because of what I said about the messages. He shared it today too. I mean, people act like people don't tell me stuff. Like, you think people don't tell me stuff? Like, I don't care. You can backpedal all you want. I said what I said. So if you saw the messages, right? Does that sound like somebody who was just trying to help somebody out? MGO? That's why I said, tell me if I'm wrong. What up? What up, Daddy? Yeah. So, like I said before, if you want to approach it what it is or whatever, but Don't act like it wasn't something that is. If you gonna show it, you put the messages out here. Now you mad because niggas got something to say about it. You put it out here. Now you tell me, oh, I'm old enough to be her father. Okay, but you still did what you did, nigga. The fuck? What that mean? You wasn't talking to her like you was old enough to be a father. The fuck? So it is. It is. I don't know. The nigga wrote some stupid ass, project hood rat type of Bama type of shit. I don't know. All I know is he tried to say something about I must want him. Baby, not me. I'm not y'all. I don't be out here. I don't date strangers off the internet. I don't talk. I don't talk to people off the internet. I ain't never been that type of vibe in my life ever. The messages, right? I mean, I don't. I can't say the messages were weird, but I think the intent of putting out the messages is weird. Thinking they exposing her and trying to expose Maya, but you expose yourself too. You understand? Like Mike could talk about that's her. If she want to talk about her baby, if she want to fuck whoever she want to fuck, that's her pussy. That's her twat. It's her mouth. She can talk about her baby daddy. That's her baby daddy. So I think, I think that's why he's putting him out. And then somebody said that she said he was like a creep, and I can see why she see that because you were. It was kind of creepy. It was creepy, but truthfully, to me, he seemed like you know, probably a hopeless romantic type. You understand? So that's why I said it's not wrong with him if he was interested. Trying to get in where he fit in. The part I just don't agree with is why you came out here showing your messages if it's between y'all to try to prove something. The tone was weird because it didn't seem like how he would be communicating. Right. So he's still big mad over it. I don't give a fuck. He'll learn that I don't give a fuck about no white feelings. You put it out here, but talk about it. So that's it. But you can't use that lame tactic with me. Oh, you must whoop me. Sorry, baby, you too dark. Your hair too nappy for me, nigga. Not me. I'm quite alright. If I wanted somebody, I know how to go after what I want. I know how to go after what I want. Well, it ain't that deep. I mean, but you put it out here, so you can stay mad all you want. And ain't gonna stop me from saying what the fuck I want to say. I say what the fuck I want to say. The fuck? Like what? Yeah, so that's what Marcus did. Marcus, he just moved too fast, and he even said in Mexico, "Oh, he impulsive and this and this and that." I just don't get it. I mean, I get it because, like I said, ever since I came to street sector, it's like these are the worst type of people, like in one space that I've ever seen in my life. Like these are not the type. These are the type of people make me itch and nauseous and shit in real life. Like, ew, I don't want to sit next to you, type shit, right? So, or they just annoying because motherfuckers got the IQ of a fucking ostrich and shit. So they ain't really my type of people in real life. I don't do rat shit. I don't do ghetto. I just don't do hood rats and shit like that. I don't do degenerate shit. None of that. I'm not into none of that in real life. But to still, what's so hard about just chilling and taking, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race all the time. So I don't get why people rush into things. And that's why I say I'm foolproof, baby. Guess what? Can't nobody play me, bro. Can't nobody play in my face and tell me and piss on me and tell me it's raining. None of that. I don't give a fuck what come out of people's mouth. If I believe something to be what it is and you can't prove me wrong, you just talking for nothing. So it's even way back. When me and Marcus used to go about it, I don't give a fuck what Marcus say what it was. Oh, because you don't know what it is behind. I'm here in the camera. I don't care. I don't care what you say because I see what I see from my side of the camera. You can't tell me. I'm not a process to analyze my own type of situations. So I don't need nobody else to think for me or interpret shit for me that I can interpret my fucking self. And I ain't never stand myself wrong. So why would I trust somebody else fucking word over what I feel and what I think and what I process? It's never gonna happen. I'm on shit to beat my old drum. I always did, always will. I always did. That's why you ain't never see me coming here crying, oh, somebody did this and somebody did that. Or, or the little kid shit. Oh, my friends over here. I'm not my friends with over there. That lame ass little kid shit. And then people get in here, they be too emotionally invested with strangers they never met in their fucking life. I don't get emotionally invested with strangers, baby. I don't. So if even in real life, I don't get emotionally invested with people like that. It serves no purpose, right? Especially if it's not an intimate relationship. Because for me to be intimate and attracted to somebody, I gotta be around you and learn you inside out. Now, if you somebody I like enough to be like, oh, I just want to fuck, let's fuck and hook up. That's different, right? It don't take that long. It'll still take some time, but people get if I believe that I know what I want out of somebody and I don't want to get emotionally invested, it's you still do your due diligence. Be like, oh, is it worth sleeping with this nigga? Is it worth putting a nigga on my rotation where I could just call him for a booty call? He won't stalk me. He won't think it's done what it is. He don't got no drama with other girls type shit. His how if he out there, he easy. He just giving up to everybody. No, let's just meet up. Oh, you want to? I got an idea. You want to do this? You want to do that? And that's what Marcus is. That's how you just got caught up. You just met these people. You don't know them, and they obviously minus. And what I don't. And this is what I keep saying. I don't understand. Marcus don't know how to read the room for real, bro. Like for real, for real, for real. Like you can see, it's not a joke. I'm. He doesn't know how to read people or read the room. He thinks he just know everything. He think because he think it. That's what it is, and he's just gonna giggle, giggle. Yeah, you know. Oh, I know what it is. I know, you know. That's what it is, and he'll badger you with that because all right now, don't say that because here's the thing, that's his mo. But it's like, bro, like you don't read the room, and look what come behind it because you don't know how to read the room, bro. Come out of your tower, bro. Like for real, like my God, come out the tower. Cause you are definitely you're looking over people's heads for real. You're looking straight across the horizon. You're not reading what's on the horizon itself. And this shit is crazy because it's like, bro, we 80s babies, and there's no way niggas don't know. If you're an 80s baby, you don't know somebody is a fucking 2000s baby, bro. There's no way. Hold on, real quick. Who's that?
Girl, we can't even see. Maybe twin. I
Oh
don't know. We all back in the floor. Is it twin?
no. Oh nah.
Oh,
11.
11.
Yeah. So it's just so crazy. Yeah, like I don't know the this is why I pop myself on my back, bro, because and the crazy part is I really want to help Marcus with this shit, right? With the he worried about Spicy. I like cool. I know how it go. I mean, I've been out the industry for a while, but it ain't hard to pick back up if you know what you're doing, right? And it was just like, and people been asking this stuff, been questioning. They've been questioning that. Oh, how spicy? I mean, how spicy doing spicy content? She ain't got no ID, and you know, chaos and don't got no ID or whatever, whatever, right? So people been questioning the ID thing. I just left it alone because I'm like, he said he got to figure it out. Now, if he said he got to figure it out, and he don't got to figure it out, that's on him. You understand? And then I did want to help him with the content because I still got connects to hoes all across the nation, even out of the country. If I could get some hoes real quick, like yo, we gonna make some real content, but he want to deal with the dusty, the bottom at the bottom of the bottom. I'm not engaging myself, myself in no ratchet ass scenes and in production or film and none of that. You can't even catch me in a room with them type of people to even have a coffee. It's not gonna happen. A recorder, record who? Film who? For what? Yeah, so he had his own vision for what he wanted to do, and it's just that's it. But everything was still questionable because, like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, that's it. I don't know what else to say because it's like I'm just be wilded up the fact that see this is what happens when you come he just too comfortable around young people. I don't know if he has like a there's this thing sometimes with older people where it's just like they hang out with people too much younger than them and shit. Like you like are you slow? Like you not but not necessarily slow, but it's like what's going on in your life that you hanging out with kids, even if they legal. It's like imagine 50-year-olds hanging out with fucking 31-year olds and 30-year olds and shit. Like, right? It just don't go together. It's just weird. Like, why would you want to associate with that? You understand? Like, so that's just how I look at it. Like, and it became problematic because I don't know. I don't know what it is that like there's no boundary there when it comes to age. Like, when you just like, oh nah, that's the water's a little too muddy. I can't fuck with that. That's too close to getting caught up in some shit. So it's bad. It's bad. It's nasty work, dog. It's nasty work. And then what comes to my mind when Montez was talking shit when he got caught up with the white girl when he got shot and all that. And Marcus like, oh, you talking like you hate black people and this. You talk like Uncle Ruckus. But he right. He right though. Because the problem is people want to be pro-black and so proud, but they want to be selective and choosy about what to be proud about without even addressing the degenerate shit that they partake in. That even other people, if you worry about what other races think of you, the shit you do too. Other races look down on, right? You think they don't? Marcus is Marcus. Marcus is book smart. That's what it is. Marcus is academically smart, but when it comes to emotionally and socially, no. So his IQ is up there, but the EQ is not. Is not there. It's not there, and it's like, dog. Watching over time, you would think like, damn, dog, you would learn something, right? Right. As far as what I'm thinking, like, My thing is Marcus don't read the room. He don't read the room. He don't read people. Nothing. He just be stuck in his own head and what how he think and view things. He be stuck in his own head, and that's why he be crashing. But I'm trying to figure out how the fuck we get here. Where you thought that you was gonna be able to defend this, and it's bad enough. I missed the little 18-year-old girl too when she came out and said whatever she said, but and this is why I don't know if I don't. Well, I know why. I didn't want to watch these teens. I don't care if they said there was 18, 17, 19. I don't want to watch no teens and talk about nothing sexual with them. And I just thought it was like a red flag. It is. And then it's bad enough that people say this about you, people gonna talk about you. And it's not just people online, it's people in your own city, in your own circle that make the same type of comments about you. But it's just like he don't read the room, bro. Like what the fuck? That's the shit right there. The nigga don't read the room. I don't, and it's like that's a dangerous ignorance to have because it's like you don't see danger. You don't see danger. You can't pick up. You can't sense the danger before it get close to you because you don't read the room. You don't read the room, but listen, this is street sector, y'all. You know, I don't, I ain't into calling no police and none of that shit. Like, but I didn't get to witness it. Now, if I would have saw this, I probably would have been conflicted too because y'all know I deal with the sex crimes when it comes to underage shit. That's my thing. So I'm kind of glad I didn't see it. I'm kind of glad because, dude, I ain't going. I can't even hold you. Like, it's nothing entertaining about. Even if they wasn't mine, for their mind is obviously my stomach just tight thinking about it. I don't have no interest in viewing it for whatever reason. I don't have even if they was of age and they was just homeless and I just don't. I feel like broke people shouldn't even have sex. That's my view on sex. Period. If you broke, you shouldn't have sex. That's how I feel. Because sex comes with responsibility, and if you don't got money, how you gonna be responsible for what comes with sex, bro? I just don't feel like broke people should have sex. So if you ain't got a roof over your head, you ain't got shit going on. How the fuck you get horny, right? So it's just very complex in my head, but it's simply obvious of what it is, and it's just like men lie, women lie, numbers don't, and we got to this point, and me and Marcus Coral, I like Marcus for what he brought out there as far as the interview and the stories. Now I don't like everything he done, but at the same time, it's just like he's still his own man. He's still his own man, and he made those choices on his own. So those are his choices he got to deal with, right? Ain't no reason to come on. And it's not even Marcus. People be thinking, oh, you gotta come online and swing for people you cool with and shit. Like, swing online for who? For what? Like, I don't be on here arguing motherfuckers for what? I'm talking my shit and that's it. But I'm not into no online wars. That's lame as hell. I ain't into little, middle school teaming up my circle versus your circle bullshit. I'm cool with this person. This person don't like this person. I ain't into that lame shit. I got a real life and real life friends and real life going on. I'm not swinging for people I know online, like that I'm cool with online. It would never happen. That's lame behavior to me. Just coming out here swinging on people for what? We all grown. Everybody could, can't, everybody, if everybody is grown, all of us could defend ourselves, right? If somebody got something to say to us, right? That's what I want to know. Because if if I could defend myself and we all associates and somebody coming at you, you know how to defend yourself too, right? We all grown. Ain't none of us on a spectrum or nothing, and or not saying spectrum like autism, like a spectrum as far as like being vulnerable or being like naive to basic knowing how to differentiate your name and your character. That's it. So it is what it is, dog. But I don't know where this is gonna go. And you want me to tell y'all the truth too, y'all? I'm gonna tell you the truth about something, right? And there's a reason I've been holding off on this. And it's because I was trying to see where he go with it. And I didn't want to be part of something where like if there's an investigation going on, like my IP address linked to shit now and all that. It's a reason I've kind of been stagnant with the Facebook shit. And the crazy part is I want to do it soon to see if we could boost it up there and get him monetized on Facebook. Cause that was my goal to get him back monetized on Facebook. But I didn't. I was honestly didn't wanna when all this shit started talking about like police shit and all that. When all that started coming about and that little 18 talking about this and that, and it was just too much police talk for me, dog. And because I done made it, I done got an email, I got everything set up. The only thing I ain't reached out to Marcus for the low, even I was gonna make my own until he took control of it, right? But that's the reason what I didn't force myself to do the Facebook yet because I really didn't want to get caught up in no police shit if I'm gonna be running the page, though. And that's just the God's honest truth. That's just the God's honest truth, though. Like, for real. I don't want to be part. I don't listen. I don't dodge Ricos. I don't dodge 25 to life. I am not getting myself caught up over some weird internet shit for people I don't know in real life, though. So and it's just crazy because I just had a vision for it too. I'm like, all right, we're gonna push this out and get another platform with ASI, but since all this police shit, I felt bad. And y'all don't even know. Every day I be itching. I be itching and be like, damn, let me just go start uploading videos. But then it's always like every time I get back on fucking YouTube, niggas talking about police and shit. That should be throwing me off. Like, no, like, what the fuck? I don't need to caught up with no police shit, dog. Feel me? Like, not me, especially over those fucking strangers online and shit. Like, you crazy, nigga? Who ASI? What you mean, who ASI? What the hell is that? ICTFR? What is that? ICTFR. I don't know what that means, terrific. And why you say who ASI? I'm lost. Who ASI? But yeah, and it's crazy because I haven't been working as much. Who's Facebook? Yeah, Atlanta Street Interviews, Facebook. Yeah, I want to get that up and running and popping, but I ain't gonna hold you. Like I don't want no police contacting me. Not I do a good enough job of hiding my own shit, and I know how to move online, right? For my for my own satisfaction. I know how to keep what I don't want on the internet, off the internet. I know how to avoid being linked to certain things, and that's just not something I want to get caught up in. When I'm doing so good at protecting my fucking my life and my shit online. For me, just to get caught up in somebody else's shit. Oh, I see TFR. IKTFR. Well, yeah, I know I can understand IK. Okay, you meant IK. But yeah, so yeah, that's so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna go or what, and it's kind of like even though I was like hesitant because I felt some shit was coming on, and I'm not even lying. I wrote a note in my fucking diary. I dated and everything. Like, listen, this is today's date. And I'm gonna go back and look at it because I think it's in the beginning of June. And I say, yo, I'm just having a problem bringing myself to stop this because I feel like this shit gonna get. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't even let niggas know my my own peoples in my real life don't even be knowing my locations and shit. Like niggas don't know if I'm in the country, out of the country, or what. And I just don't want to get caught up in nobody else shit. Simple as that. I do a good job avoiding my own situations and shit. Just to get caught up with somebody else shit, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And it's sad that, and I be feeling mad, it's crazy because I was questioning myself like, oh, don't think negative, don't think about it. But it was like I couldn't help it because I come online and I see what I see, like. People kept talking this police shit and people talking about calling detectives and 18-year-old said she spoke to detectives. Somebody else said they supposed to tell her. And I was like, man, see, I ain't playing this game. Because I don't know if they telling the truth or not, but once people start spinning the same lines and shit, I was like, it can't be a total lie. It may be misleading, but I don't know. I just don't want no parts of it. I don't want nothing come back to me, dog. I ain't never been nobody jury duty. I ain't testifying and shit. The only thing I ever testified on was a pedophile I put away. That's the only time I sat on anybody witness thing. Like, and I was grown. So I done been locked in my whole juvenile and all that. And did adult time. I ain't never seen nobody witnessing. So I don't want to be nobody witness. Don't subpoena me because I feel like I don't like taking orders. I don't like being subpoenaed shit. So, because I'm very rebellious. Like, nigga, you gonna have to catch me. Subpoena what? If I don't want to talk, you can't make me talk. The fuck you mean subpoena? Especially over somebody else shit that they got going on. I ain't got nothing to do with it. So, yeah, it's just, yeah. I ain't want to get caught up in that. I really don't. And speaking of juvenile, right? Marcus, yeah, he missed a no though, but he said something to that little boy. I think this little boy was on the B side. I think his name was Richard or something. And he was telling his story about how he got caught up in juvenile. And he basically did time because he's been hanging around the wrong people. So Marcus like, that's not how that works. And he like, yeah, I was just with the wrong people. Marcus like, that's not how that works. It actually does. I mean, nigga, Marcus is clearly you never been locked up in juvenile, but it's a well known fact. Juvenile is like you can easily get caught up in juvenile when for anything small or big, right? So if he's get caught with somebody that did something kind of major, right? And he with a kid that has a long line of offenses, right? Because by the even when I was a juvenile, they kept letting me go. You know, my mother helped, my parents held me down. They knew who my family was. But it got to the point I'm catching real charges. I'm getting caught with firearms. I'm robbing Italian kids. I'm doing way too much. They're like, nah, you're doing too much. And that's why I just took my time. I ain't even cry about it. I'm like, yeah, I don't got away with too much. You right. Like, let me go sit my ass down. But when you in juvenile, even adult court, but especially as a juvenile, if you don't have a support system, they deem you a risk to society. Hey, Damani, you're deemed a risk to society because if you get caught up in this drama, if you get caught up with this child making these offenses and he got a long history of offenses, yes, you're going to go down too because that shows the courts that if you're not coming to the court for your child and fighting for your child and say, I'm gonna do this or look for and say, you know what, put my child in this program for a short stay, we're gonna work on it. If the parents is not coming to court advocating for their child, the system is gonna take your child too because it shows them he don't have no adequate supervision and he don't have no he's not engaging in the right stuff. So they gonna your child getting locked up too because he was with the wrong people. Yes, that's how it goes in juvenile. That's how it goes in juvenile. If your mama and them coming in and they'll fight for you and tell them, listen, y'all, like, that ain't my kid and we gonna do this or let me know what I gotta do. No. If you go to that court and you see from that judge and the attorney, the judge, everybody say you don't got family in the courtroom, all right, lock them up. Lock them up, baby. Because your child is a risk because there's nobody to show that they care about this little kid, and that's juvenile. Even the adult criminal justice is like that too, in a sense. They'll throw you under the bus if they see nobody care about you and come to your court dates. But that's one thing me and my homies used to always do. Nigga, we used to mob to the courthouse. Like, nigga, I remember one time I was being transported, and as I'm going into jail, it was so many people outside the jail screaming out the courthouse screaming my name when I got transported to the jail. My mother was out there. I was embarrassed. Like, Alex is doing it. My mother's like, that's all your friends? That's they're like, oh, your friends must love you. Like, but those are the things the courts pay attention to. So in juvenile, he's not wrong. He wasn't wrong, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we know some people lies and all that, but that's just the truth. And there's no reason to lie that. Even if you could say he was a dodging accountability, it's still true because for what he got caught for what he said he got caught for, they're not going to just lock you up on a first offense as a juvenile. They're going to try to rehabilitate you first. But if they throw you back into society and you ain't getting no rehabilitation because you ain't got no, strong community support or at home support, then yes, you're going to do your time, baby. And that's what it sounded like it happened to him. If his mother, he said he was homeless, like he been moving around since he was 11 and 12. So that means they never had stable housing. And it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. If he didn't have a stable housing and he getting caught up with the wrong people, yes, you're going to jail too. You're getting locked up for that petty shit too. That's just facts of the matter. Excuse me. Who going straight to jail, Gallant? Marcus? Or you talking about the dude Richard I was talking about? Good morning, Gallant. Gallant. Yeah, so and then the boy said his family is from the Bahamas. Marcus called him a Bajan. Marcus, don't be rude. Marcus is so not Caribbean at all. Marcus Mark is far from being in touch with Caribbean culture for the most part. He called the little boy a Bayesian, and he said his family from Bahamas. How he got them two mixed up, I don't know, but they're called Bahamian Marcus. They're not called Bajans. Even though Bahamas is our sister island, right? You know, we got the strongest money. We got the strongest dollars in the Caribbean, stronger education system, better job market, you know. That's why the Haitians used to try to run to the Bahamas and that's why the Jamaicans, the Guyanese come to Barbados to where. And it's so funny, right? Because all these Caribbean wars, like with the Jamaicans and shit. Listen, my husband Jamaican, and I be shitting on him every day. He know I got jokes like, nigga, y'all be thinking y'all all that, but y'all clearly not because Ja- out of all English speaking Caribbean countries, like it's like, nigga, y'all don't stay in your country for a reason, and y'all so quick to mix out. Y'all like to bleach y'all skin. Y'all like to. Man, listen, y'all fucked up. So y'all not the nobody idolize y'all like y'all think y'all do. Marcus is going. Yeah, he's not a New Yorker either. I remember when Quita boyfriend said, what he said? Him and Marcus was talking about New York, and oh, Quita boyfriend said something about 283rd Street or two, he said some number that don't exist, like 261st or 283rd. He said some shit like that. I'm like, what, nigga? Nigga, you is not from the towns because there's no such place in New York City, bro. What are you talking about? The end of the Bronx is 240. Once you get up the 2 train on White Plains, 241st and White Plains, it's only 2 blocks over you in Mount Vernon. It ends at 243rd, and then you'll get like First Avenue. You in Mount Vernon. Like, for real, dog. So, I don't know what that nigga was talking about either. And from what I see, Um, I think the nigga's from Staten Island. Like he was affiliated with Staten Island. I said, nigga, you from Staten Island. Like New York don't even claim y'all. Y'all might as well be Jersey because who the fuck? Nobody. I mean, I like Staten Island. I'm one of the people. I go all over the city, but most of the city don't fuck with Staten Island though. Nobody don't know what y'all doing out there. What y'all going on? You an Atlanta nigga. Marcus an Atlanta nigga too. But yeah, yeah, ain't no such place in the Bronx. Terrific. You hate it? What you hate is Staten Island? I like Staten Island. I ain't gonna hold you. It was my first time being around white people too, like for real, like. And I remember like I had to slap this little white girl like because it was like we was having a block party and Staten Island block parties was lit. Like they had Ferris wheels and shit. Like it was a carnival. And it's funny because the house we used to stay in Staten Island was my friend's house, and she lived in my building. She was like, most people when you from the Bronx, you either from Harlem or the Bronx, or you lived in Harlem and you lived in the Bronx. So when I was living in the Bronx, she was my neighbor, but her little brother was living in Harlem with the other side of her family. So their moms had a house in Staten Island. We used to go out there for like holidays and weekends, summertimes, and we used to be mobbing like niggas from Lincoln Projects, niggas from my hood, everything. Like we used to go to Staten Island deep, deep, and all they cared about was Wu Tang Clan. And they had this black boy, he's a paper boy. I say, y'all niggas got paper boys. Y'all definitely not part of New York City. I had never seen the paper boy in real life, and the nigga was black. And until I went to Staten Island, yeah. So yeah, my first time I had to smack a white girl, dog. I left my handprint in her face. And then my friend, so when I saw them, I ran around like 3 blocks. I saw her coming down through the crowd with her dad and shit. I'm like, man, I took this my friend's scooter and I went in the house. Eventually they came in the house and my friend mother was like, she was calling me, she like, come to the door. And I was like, she said, you see this little girl face? And they like, what happened? I said, man, she be yelling at me. You know, like, cause no lie, I used to black out. When people, I be telling people, don't yell at me, dog, cause once you yell, I black out, dog. Like, the little girl was yelling over a ride because I have a spot for two of my friends. Like, bitch, three of us is gonna sit in the same row. Not sitting next to you. So when it was time for us to get in a ride, I pulled my two friends into the line with me, and she having a hissy fit. No, don't skip, don't skip, don't skip. Bitch, what are you talking about? Like, they gotta fill up the road anyway. You're not coming to my road. You got your people. You got your two people. Why you worrying about my road? Mind your fucking business. And I don't know, she just started acting like a little Karen or whatever. I just smacked the shit out of her and I left. Ruined my whole fucking night, dog. She ruined my night. Like, bitch, mind your business, dog. Like, the fuck. And, my friend father, he talked about that for so many years because he was like our chaperone back uptown in Harlem and shit. And I remember we was crossing the ferry. We got back on the 4 train. That thing was like he was like a Muslim. He's one of the back Muslim dudes. He's like, man, you don't smack the shit out that little white girl. Like, they used to always talk to me like he used to whisper to me like, man, you smack the shit out that little white girl. Oh shit. Though, I don't like people yelling at me, though. That's why I used to tell my mother too when I was young. I'm like, when she stopped that yelling shit, I'm like, I'm telling you, don't yell at me. It's gonna be a problem. Stop fucking yelling if you can't talk. And then I did it to my cousin too. I didn't even know I did it. All I know, I don't remember. I just know we was having a debate about because you know me, I don't eat Chinese food. I don't eat nasty shit. I don't eat fast food and shit. So my cousins went to the Chinese restaurant and they was eating. She just eat anything, and then she ordered some Kool-Aid out the fucking chain. I said, "What the fuck drink Kool-Aid? Like y'all niggas is nasty." And she like, I don't know what we was arguing about. I just said, "Bitch, you nasty." I guess she was trying to defend that shit so hard. It's, it's saying I should try it and shit. And then I guess she was trying to tell me like, "Oh, you didn't even try it. You talking about it?" But she was yelling. My cousin loud. He was loud, but she was yelling, dog. She was yelling at me. And then all I know is man, my cousin big. She like Precious. She like Precious, like dead ass. She dark skinned and big back like Precious. Like my cousin like Precious. And so all I remember is turning around and see her getting up off the floor. And I'm like, bitch, why your big ass on the floor? Like, what are you doing on the floor? All I know is her and my other cousin looked at me and they face just dropped. Like, what? And they like, bitch, you threw her on the floor. I'm like, what? I ain't thought I made this on the floor. How the fuck I get that big ass bitch on the floor? Me? Not me. I don't remember touching her dog. And to this day, I swear to God, they be like, bitch, you threw her on the floor. Like, you body slammed her on the floor. I do not remember doing it. I do not remember doing it. I do not. Because I was confused. 'Cause I'm looking like, why is my cousin getting up off the floor? I don't never see her get on the floor, but I see her big ass trying to get up. Like, how the fuck you end up on the floor, bitch? And they just looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, bitch, you put her on the floor. And I'm like, nah, I ain't put that big bitch on the floor. I don't even remember tussling with her, dog. I don't remember touching her. Like, but yeah, that's when I had learned that. Like, I really do black out when people start getting yelling in my face and shit. Like, dog, don't yell at me, dog. I don't. You can say whatever you want to me. I don't give a fuck. But when you start yelling, yeah, that yelling shit. Yeah, that yelling shit make me turn violent real quick. Don't yell at me. But I don't even know how I got to that. I know, and my cousin was so mad at me, though, for so long for that shit. And at first she thought I was lying. Like to this day, I still don't have no memory of even touching her. All I can remember is her getting up off the floor and me asking her, like, bitch, what your big ass doing on the floor? Like, cause me and my cousin, we used to shake. We used to shake with niggas. Like, niggas used to want to hang out with us. Like, yo, we feel comfortable with y'all. Some niggas don't hold it down like y'all, like type shit. And I'm like, so my cousin was real big on never let nobody get you on the floor. So I couldn't believe it. That's why I looked at her like, bitch, how you get on the floor? The fuck? Why your big ass on the floor? So I don't know. Hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that Chinese restaurant selling Kool-Aid shit is disgusting. Kool-Aid. I ain't drink Kool-Aid from the Chinese restaurant. How you bugging out, dog? How long you been asking? I've been on for, it say, 61 minutes. You ain't miss. Oh, you just miss me basically, like, just trying to figure out, like, the whole shit with this runaway minor shit. And because I didn't watch the video and I'm so mad I didn't watch it. And I told myself I was going to watch it today, right? Or try to skim through it. Because when Marcus be posting, like, minors and shit, I don't be want to watch that shit because I don't even want to hear nothing sexual, nothing about some little ass kids, right? So I didn't watch it. And then when I get online today, right, people was talking about it. So I said, let me go watch it. And the video wasn't there. So I'm trying to catch up to see what happened with the video. And then I learned like later, like, everybody else learned, like somebody tagged me in the missing poster and then couldn't find out. I guess they filmed some corn and shit, which is crazy to me because those are obvious kids. And I just feel like Marcus dug himself in the hole because nigga, those are obvious kids. Like the fuck, like I don't. There's no way I don't. You can't say I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he ever responded to it or not. But I'm just going on what I know because I'm like everybody talking about it. Like, all right, cool. Now I did see the funny dude thing, and I didn't. I know they spoke about doing stuff. I didn't know what happened already. Like they done got the room and they done filmed the scene and everything. I'm like, damn, nigga, you just met them. Like, you know, why you so quick to get shit done instead of figuring it out, paying attention and shit. Like, and you getting jammed up with a minor. You know, recording them and all that. That's crazy work. Like, and that's just my thing. I don't understand how people like to move so quick with people they don't know. And that's just any aspect of life, whether it's like talking, dating, or business, anything. Like how you just so quick to move with somebody you just meant to do, to do something. Like you don't try to figure people out first before you do shit with them, and then you making spicy content with, and these are obvious kids. So I don't know what's on your mind and make you think that. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I don't understand. Like that's what I'm saying. They were obviously very young. Yeah, have a 19 or 19 not grown and you might entertain. Yeah, I feel like that's what I say. I don't. That's what I never watched the video with Heaven either. Anything with Tina in it, I don't. I'm not comfortable. I don't want to hear no sexual conversation. I don't even if you tell me you 22 or 25, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear nothing about explicit matters with that age group. He want them to get footage before they change their minds. Wow, before they change their minds? before they change their mind. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you gotta rush to do it to say like, let me do it before they change their mind, then you shouldn't be doing it. Because if there's a possibility you feel like they're gonna change their mind, then why would you want to record that with somebody? You understand? Like like that sound problematic too. It don't make I don't know, dog. That don't make no sense to me. Yeah, like that don't make no sense to me. Before they change their mind, I don't want to record with nobody who's not all in. I don't want if we say we work together and you not all in, you unsure. I don't want to work with that type of energy. Well, I don't care how old you are. The uncertainty enough. It's like, all right, go your way. I'll figure it out. I'll get somebody else to do it. You understand? Like, so it's like you forced it because you was worried about not being able to get it done. Which is like, this what I mean. Like, people just put themselves in the positions where they turn out bad because you just want to rush. Because I did acknowledge that Marcus said in Mexico how he like, he's impulsive with his decisions and all that. And that shit don't get you nowhere, dog. That impulsive shit. That shit that gets you killed too. Like, and it's like I feel like Marcus don't have no skill at picking up social cues and understanding like understand how like to read the room and shit around him. So it's like it kind of makes sense. Like I don't think he likes to read the room around him because he said himself that like he's impulsive. So he ain't thinking about reading the room and trying to digest and process what's going on around him. The thought is in his head and that's where he wanna go with. That's where he gonna focus on that and getting it done. That's what it sounds like to me. If he wanna be so quick to make things happen where he he's not interested in reading the room. That's how I see it. You're not interested in reading the room or letting things play out how it should be. You just want to force shit. Like, this is what I want, let me do it. This is what I want, let me do it now. Let me do it now. Like, what the fuck? And that's not good for business. Like, we fucking hate these babies, dog. Like, and, and just like Remy Ma talked about the other day on the interview, like, nigga, the 15 that we was and the 15 of today is two totally different. 15, the back in our day, we know how to get money. We know how to take care of ourselves, like and everything. Like 15 year today, they still need to be catered to. So we in a whole different era at that, though. Like so wasn't it back then? You know, especially if you live a certain lifestyle, some people gonna look older for their age, or people got developed bodies faster. I don't know, dog. But like I said, like it ain't even if it wasn't just the looks based off her age, it was the way she talked, her mannerisms, how she said things, how she viewed things. Gave away child. It gave away child, dog. Just from a little snippet I seen on a little cartoon. It gave away child. All three of them. All fucking three. Now the boy, he may be no older than 18 because he got that little old man mustache and shit, but you know, he's still a child to me too. Especially a boy at 19. Boy at 19, nigga head is in the clouds. So, yeah, I did talk about, you may have to catch the replay, but I did address that. I don't know if you was aware that I was gonna, because I did ask people with the ASI videos, like, where should I start? Should I start from the beginning or should I start from the recent times and go backwards, right? Because I wanted him to have I wanted him back on Facebook. I wanted him to have a Facebook following back or whatever. Rotate his videos on Facebook. But I've been holding back because shit be getting sticky and people talking about police with Marcus and all that. And I did mention how I had a note in my phone. I'm gonna go back and look at the date. And I'm pretty sure it was early June because I was gonna build the page for him, right? To get his content on Facebook. But I don't want nothing to do with it if I'm gonna be linked to any investigations. And that's what made me hesitant about starting it. Because I had enough time to start it and start uploading shit, but I've been very hesitant because I've been every minute I see somebody on YouTube calling, talking about call the police, call this and that, and I just didn't want to be connected to no police shit. Simple as that. So I did speak about how I've been hesitating with that and why, and this is why. This is why shit like this is why I held back. I don't want to be caught. I don't want to be caught up in no ring of not, especially the deal filming children explicitly, though. I don't want no parts, though. I don't want nothing. Like nothing. I don't want it. I don't want it. Was he going to pay you? I mean, yeah, we just gonna got a deal. Of course, we just gonna work out a deal. But and I ain't gonna lie, it still bothers me that I ain't get to do it. I ain't get to do it because of shit like this. Shit like this. Like I don't know, dog. Shit like this. And there's nothing I can do because I'm just so caught up in those shit now. And that's the crazy part. I've been saying that recently. I'm like, well, we just want to see how things play out with Marcus. Because that's it. That's all I can do is watch it play. You know, I don't have no participation. What decisions he made, nothing. And I'm definitely, and I'm not gonna be on the other side of it either. And be calling police and detectives and shit. I'm not doing none of that. So I'm just sitting back watching how shit play out. Anyway, y'all, I have to end this. Go eat my oats. I'm about to go eat some oats and cucumber. Don't judge me. I love cucumber. But thing, tank, things work out for a reason. Thank goodness you didn't do it. Yeah, I know. And it's crazy because I'm like, yeah, thank God I didn't get caught up, but it's still like, man, I wanted to push it out there, but hey, like, I ain't got no control over that shit. But have a good day. Keep yours. Have a good day, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here and go back home. I can't even stay at work, y'all, because listen, this shit turned up on Sunday. I had this shit turned up, dog. I ain't even coming online telling the whole story, but my job had shit turned up. Niggas thought they was gonna play in my top, but it wasn't happening. But anyway, so I gotta come to work quick and go home quick. I ain't staying here long shift like I usually do. So take care, everyone. Have a good day, and we're gonna see what happens with this little girl and whatever happened with this market shit later.